Shunned, shunning, disfellowshipping, ostracizing, eliminating, remove the wicked man from amongst yourself. Have you ever heard of those terms? Well, if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, you have. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, you have. Because if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you have to obey those rules, those shunning rules in the congregation. And if you don't obey as a Jehovah's Witness, you yourself can get shunned and disfellowshipped. So this is against human rights. That's what we're talking about. If you're being shunned, it's against the human rights all over the world, the UN. So we're going to look at the Canadian portion of it, but it's the same all over the world. The Jehovah's Witnesses like to quote the UN, and they like to quote these human rights, freedom of religion especially. And they quoted this in the Norway court case, saying, you guys are breaking our freedom of rights, our freedom of religion. Well, here's what freedom of religion says, and I think we have to push this as XJWs harder. It started in Norway, we got to keep pushing. Here it is, freedom of religion. Freedom of religion has been defined as the right to entertain such religious beliefs as a person chooses. As a person chooses. So that means we can choose whatever religion we want. And if we choose not to be religious, we want to be atheist, that's our choice. We have those choices. That's our human right. Now, it goes on to say the right to declare religious beliefs openly and without fear. Here's the point. Without fear of hindrance or reprisal. That's the point, folks, right there, without fear of hindrance or reprisal. And we know within the Jehovah's Witness religion, this isn't the case, because there is a ton of fear, because you lose all your family members, your connections, your association, just because you changed your religious belief. You see, for the freedom of religion allows Jehovah's Witnesses to knock on everyone's doors, and they fought for this so that they could tell those people to leave Catholicism, leave Mormonism, leave the Latter-day Saints, leave the baptism, leave the Protestant religions. They're all demonized and they're all on the wrong side. They're all part of Babylon the Great. You see, they fought for that freedom to run to people's doors and pump out all this hate literature about all the other religions out there. They fought for that and they won. So now they're going to the doors, and when you want to get baptized, you have to sign away a letter, send it into your former religion, and tell them you're no longer a member. You have to disfellowship yourself from your former religion in writing. They want it done in writing before they will baptize you, and this is in the questions. It's in the study books. So it's against human rights. So they're allowed to do all that. So now when people decide, okay, I hung around you guys for a couple of years, I'm done with it, I'm going to move on, I'm going to try another religion, they are not allowed to hinder you. They are not allowed to get up and disfellowship you and say so-and-so is now disfellowshipped for whatever reason. They don't give the reason, but they say you're disfellowshipped. So everyone obeys that announcement, that public broadcast, and it's passed on from various congregations to everyone that you know, You might have families living across the world. Once they find out you're disfellowshipped, you're toast. You can't go and visit them. Done. And that's the way this religion works. They claim to be connected all over the world. Well, they are. They do. They communicate all over the world. And if you're disfellowshipped, everyone around the world that knows you're disfellowshipped, and they will never talk to you again. So that's against our human rights because it's the fear of hindrance and reprisal. And the right to manifest religious belief by worship and practice or by teaching and dissemination. So we're allowed to leave that religion, talk about our new beliefs, go online, do whatever we want without being disfellowshipped and shunned publicly and have it being mandated upon former members, upon your own family. It's mandated upon your own family to break the 10 Commandments, so there's no honor to parents anyway. So you might as well throw that Bible in the garbage. You might as well. They're throwing out the 10 Commandments of honor, honoring families. So freedom of religion, they're allowed to do that, but they're not allowed to shun us and discriminate us and slander us just because we want to change our belief. Now, this is all tied into, it says such a freedom of expression, and this is regarding freedom of religion. Get that above so you guys can see this. So this freedom of religion, right here, may encompass or intersect with other rights, such as freedom of expression, freedom of association, and equality. So there's other rights of our freedoms, of our human rights, that this shunning, this disfellowshipping imposes upon us. So folks, we just have to take this a little further, keep broadcasting this all over the world. Norway is doing an excellent job. The government, and speaking in behalf of ones that want to leave that cult, ones that want to leave, Norway and their country are making it so you can leave. But how are they doing it? They're just taking away their charity status. That's all. Taking away the money. They're going to where it hurts. And I think that's what all the governments around the world have to do. They have to look at this religion and say it's breaking our human rights of people. So why is it classified as a charity status religion? Let's take that away from it. Or let it clean up its practice. Give it that option. The Bible doesn't support it. So here it is again, folks. Let's raise our voice, speak together on this. Hey, I have a question for you. If I no longer believe that the JW truth is my truth, then isn't my new non-belief my current religious belief? So please explain to me. Why are they allowed to shun me for not believing anymore of their stuff? Freedom of religion has been defined as the right to entertain such religious beliefs as a person chooses. The right to declare religious beliefs openly and without fear of hindrance or reprisal. And the right to manifest religious belief by worship and practice or by teaching and dissemination. It's time to start asking why they can shun you for your beliefs. It's time to start asking if shunning goes against human rights. Well, it goes against human rights, folks, and yes, it is time that we start asking our governments this question. So, folks, until next time, keep living your day with love. Bye for now.